How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's an amazing day outside. So today's video is going to be about your wholeness and through the embodiment of your shadow and not just always chasing the light. One thing that seems to come up for me is, everyone wants to pursue the light, probably from the duality experience of thinking light is good and darkness is bad. And like I've said in lots of videos, there's nothing wrong with thinking that way. It's just an experience. But it's also an option. And as you peel back the layers of consciousness, you will start to discover that there's nothing within the shadow that's bad at all. It's unintegrated parts of yourself. It's parts of yourself you refuse to look at. It's parts of yourself that you have shamed, others have shamed throughout your life potentially, but mostly parts of you you've stuffed down and refused to look at and refused to utilize. And it's almost like the fear of running from it, and people think that if they chase the light, they'll eventually be able to outrun their darkness. But what you end up realizing is it's like two sides of a coin. You can polish one side all you want. The other side of the coin ain't going anywhere. It's still right there. And so learning to accept and integrate both sides is of value to anyone. Learning anything that you've ever shamed about yourself, releasing it and accepting it as a part of you and who you are and part of your experience. It's something to integrate. It's not something to run from. And so through your shadow work you're going to find those golden nuggets of power and everything else that you may not want to look at that have this opportunity for you to do so much with. But the big idea and the fun thing is the whole term holy back in the day, right? H-O-L-Y. People thought that a holy person was holy because of his divinity, and it has nothing to do with that. And it's being whole, it's being fully whole. And so part of that wholeness is having integrated your shadow. It's not running from the parts of you that you or society has ever shamed. It's parts of you that matter, that are valuable. And I was talking with a friend a long time ago, and they were like expressing these things, and I was letting them know, do you realize that the frustrations that you're having about this subject with this person right now are obvious reflections of a time when you were that way because you show traits of being this way now, and you stuff it down, and it's only pissing you off now because it's a mere reflection of a time when you were being bubbly, boisterous, and confident, and somebody in this world, whether it was family, someone that was close in your life when you're young, stuffed it down and said, no, don't act like that. You need to act like this. And so it was able to help them realize and see that it's okay for both parties to be those ways, and that you don't have to act a certain way. And then that person was such a great reflection. But I mean, that's usually typical of shadow work, right? If somebody irritates the absolute F out of you, it's probably because that side of you is in you, and somebody somewhere along the lines corrected that in you and said, no, you're not going to be that way, to fit societal norms. It's just not true. So through the shadow accepting the shadow, stop trying to hide from the shadow, you can integrate it and realize it is the other side of the coin, that in that dualistic nature of the world, it's who you are. Your dark is as much of you as your light is, and when you learn that both sides can play peacefully together in a neutral way, that they balance each other out. I don't know. From my experience, you can experience more peace, more joy, more self-acceptance, more love for yourself and others, less judging of others, and less pointing fingers of essentially repeating that cycle of don't act that way, which then causes you to then tell that person to don't act that way, and then that person one day says don't act that way. You can kind of just end it. And when you see people act in certain ways that maybe you were taught isn't right, you have more grace for them. You have more compassion for what they're doing and how they're being. And every single one of us is going through this experience, doing the best we can with life, and to live a life of some version of happiness. And so integrating your shadow can help you along that path. So that is my message today. I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming to my channel. Like and subscribe. If you like my content, maybe get out in nature too a little bit. The birds always sound so happy, and they're always playing. Anyway, I love you guys.